Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Stand beside me, for if I should lose you, I just couldn't get anywhere. Stand beside me, you're the only one who ever made me care. Oh. I can't stand to think that I might be alone, not alone again. Not the way it was back then, before you walked into my heart. Told me we would never part, so stand beside me. Don't ever let me be alone again. Stand beside me, for if I should lose you, I just couldn't get anywhere. Stand beside me, you're the only one who ever made me care. All right. There'll be times when everything goes wrong, but darling, I won't care if I know you're standing there. No matter what we have to do, together we can see it through. So stand beside me, I'll be standing right there. Everybody, stand beside me, for if I should lose you, I just couldn't get anywhere. Stand beside me, you're the only one who ever made me care. You're the only one who ever made me care. Oh. Thank you. Everybody's going out and having fun. I'm just a fool that's staying home and having none. Can't get over how she set me free. Oh, lonesome me. Bad mistake I'm making by just hanging around. I know that I should have some fun and paint the town. Lovesick fool that's blind and just can't see. Oh, lonesome me. I'll bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charm. Oh, but I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I could lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, play it now. I'll bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charms. Oh, but I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I could lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lordy. Oh, lonesome me. 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 Oh, lonesome me Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, allow me to say hello and welcome to each and every one of you. It's lovely to be here this evening in Letterkenny, in my home county of Donegal. And we are absolutely thrilled that you all could join us and be a part of our show. We're going to continue with this next song. It's one that we recorded a good few years ago, but I think you'll remember it. Oh, if only I had a partner. Oh, you're too late, you should have been up sooner. Fancy brings a thought to me of a flower that's bright and fair. Its grace and beauty both combined to make the thought more rare. Just like a maiden that I knew, who shared my happy lot, where we parted when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." She's fragrant and she's charming like the lilies in the pond. Time is passing swiftly by. Of her I am so fond. The daisies and primroses are blooming round the spot where we parted when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." We met, I really don't know where, but still it's just the same. For love grows in a busy street as well as in the lane. I gently pressed her tiny hand. One glance at me she shot. She dropped a flower, I picked it up. 'Twas a sweet forget-me-not. She's fragrant and she's charming like the lilies in the pond. Time is passing swiftly by. Of her I am so fond. The daisies and primroses are blooming round the spot where we parted when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." Ah, take it away. At last there came the happy time when something that I said, it caused her lips to murmur yes, and shortly we were wed. There is a house down in a lane, in a tiny garden spot. There grows a flower I know so well. It's a sweet forget-me. Everybody sing. She's fragrant and she's charming like the lilies in the pond. Time is passing swiftly by. Of her I am so fond. The daisies and primroses are blooming round the spot where we parted when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." Where we parted when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. For all of you who are watching at home, we thought that it would be nice this time in our show that maybe every so often we would take you out to various parts of Ireland and show you some of our wonderful sights and our lovely scenery here in our country. So this song we're going to do is one that I recorded, I think it might have been 1987. It's all about dear old Galway town. I have travelled all around Ireland, from Dublin to Mayo, from Donegal to Kerry, from Leitrim to Sligo. But in all the miles I've travelled, all the roads that I've been down, there's one place I remember best, that's dear old Galway town. If you ever go to Galway and just walk down by the sea, I'm sure you will understand why it means so much to me. You'll see the smiling faces of the people all around. I'll not forget the folks I met in dear old Galway town. Ah. When I go to other countries and meet the Irish there, there's some from Cork and Wexford, and others are from Clare. Each one of them are friendly, but I have always found you could not meet no nicer folk than those from Galway town. If you ever go to Galway and just walk down by the sea, I'm sure you will understand why it means so much to me. You'll see the smiling faces of the people all around. I'll not forget the folks I met in dear old Galway. One more time. If you ever go to Galway and just walk down by the sea, I'm sure you will understand why it means so much to me. You'll see the smiling faces of the people all around. I'll not forget the folks I met in dear old Galway town. No, I'll not forget the folks I met in dear old Galway town. Thank you. As I stand above the starboard bow and watch the ocean foam, as I view each new horizon, I grow further from my home. I'm sailing on a foreign ship that's bound for Montreal, but I'll view the world and make my destination Donegal. I would make my way from Malin to Bundoran through Raphoe, or Port Salin down to Killybegs by Creasla and Dunlow. I'd wander round by Barnesmore Gap, on everyone I'd call, there beyond the blue stacked mountains in the town of Donegal. Oh, Donegal, I miss you, and I'll never understand why I left you for these foreign lands against my heart's command. Whatever fortune comes my way, whatever may befall, I know I'll make my final destination Donegal. I would make my way to Bundoran through Rafo, or Port Salin down to Kellybegs, by Creasla and Dunlow. I'd wander round by Barnesmore Gap, on everyone I'd call. There beyond the blue stack mountains, in the town of Donegal, I know I'll make my final destination Donegal. Found some letters you wrote me this morning, and they told of a love we once knew. Now they're gone, I've burned them to ashes. Don't want nothing to remind me of you. Burning bridges behind me, it's too late to turn back now. Burning bridges behind me, all I want is to forget you somehow. Sold the house we once planned together, said goodbye to the friends we once knew, and I moved to a faraway city, trying hard to forget about you. Everybody sing. Burning bridges behind me, it's too late to turn back now. Burning bridges behind me, all I want is to forget you somehow. All I want is to forget you somehow. Thank you. I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start, so I'll take back my ring and I'll take back my heart. And when you're tired of fooling around with 2 or 3, come on home and fool around with me. I wasn't fooling around the day I said I do, but many a night I wish that I'd been fooling too. I know it's foolish taking all this misery, but when it's you, a fool I'll always be. I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start, so I'll take back my ring and I'll take back my heart. And when you're tired of fooling around with 2 or 3, come on home and fool around with me. Oh, take it away now. So honey, fool around, you'll know right where I'm at. Don't worry if I'm lonesome, 'cause I'm used to that. And when you're tired of fooling around with 2 or 3, come on home and fool around with me. I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start. So I'll take back my ring and I'll take back my heart. And when you're tired of fooling around with 2 or 3, come on home and fool around with me. And when you're tired of fooling around with 2 or 3, come on home and fool around with me. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A few years ago, well, about 5 or 6 years ago now, I started to write some songs, and it was a great achievement for me personally, because to be honest, I never thought I would be able to write songs. But thanks to a friend of mine, Mark Roberts, who persuaded me to sit down with him and try to write, we did. That very first time we got together, wrote 2 songs, and we decided then, or I decided, that I would put together a whole album of songs. And writing one day, I said to Mark, I want to write a country song. And we endeavored to do that. And I suppose in country music, it's a pitiful situation most of the time. The dog usually dies, and the wife leaves, and the mother-in-law sometimes gets run over by the train. Well, all of those things are not in this song, but we hope you think it's a country song, and if you don't like it, you can keep it to yourselves. I walked down the street today, the paper boy was calling out the news. I saw old Mrs. Wesley picking flowers in her garden, and Mr. Wesley, he swept up the leaves. The evening sun was setting o'er the schoolhouse on the hillside. The church bell rang as if to mark the time. And for a fleeting moment, everything seemed normal. But then a thought of you crossed my mind. I forgot to remember to forget you, but I still know the way you make me feel. I know that you're with him, but I can't help the state I'm in. I forgot to remember to forget you. Friends, they always told me in time things would get better. To my surprise, it seemed it was true. I went to work each morning, got through the day without you, as if somehow I'd started life anew. Then today I came home early, I pulled into the driveway, and then I thought you would be inside. I opened up the doorway, called, honey, can you hear me? But then the fatal truth I realized. I forgot to remember to forget you, but I still know the way you make me feel. I know that you're with him, but I can't help the state I'm in. I forgot to remember to forget you. I know that you're with him, but I can't help the state I'm in. I forgot to remember to forget you. I forgot to remember to forget you. I forgot to remember to forget you. Well, is it okay? The chimes of time ring out the news, another day is through. Someone slipped and fell. Was that someone you? You may have longed for added strength, your courage to renew. Do not be disheartened, for I've got news for you. It is no secret what God can do, what He's done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He'll pardon you. It is no secret what God can do. There is no night, for in His light you'll never walk alone. Always feel at home wherever you may roam. There is no power can conquer you while God is on your side. Take Him at His promise, don't run away and hide. It is no secret what God can do, what He's done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He'll pardon you. It is no secret what God can do. It is no secret what God can do. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I hear footsteps slowly walking as they gently walk across a lonely floor, and a voice is softly saying, darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. There goes my reason for living. There goes there goes my everything as my memories turn back the pages. I can see the happy years we had before, and this love that kept this old heart beating has been shattered by the closing of a door. Everybody, there goes my reason. There goes my reason. There goes the one of my dreams. There goes the one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago I met a young lady who became very much a part of our show, and she has been my singing partner for all of those 20 years. Will you put your hands together and give a wonderful welcome to the one and only, the lovely Miss Mary Duff.
Thank you very much.
We'd like to do a song now. This song is special to us here on the stage because it was actually written by our lead and steel guitar player, Kevin Sheeran. Stand up, Kevin. Take a bow. I don't know if he intended it to be a duet, but Mary and myself, we loved the song and we decided we would try to put it together as a duet, so see what you think. Life was sweeter than wine. Honey, we had it all for a time. Like the dew on a warm summer's day, our love has faded away. Do you think you could love me again? Do you think could our broken hearts mend? If we could find love only half what it's been, we can be sweethearts again.
Love only lasted a while. Like a flower it withered and died. But I'll always remember the time our love was sweeter than wine.
Do you think you could love me again? Do you think could our broken hearts mend? If we could find love only half what it's been, we can be sweethearts again. Do you think you could love me again? Do you think could our broken hearts mend? We must find love, if only half what it's been. Darling, won't you love me again?
Thank you.
Mary Duff, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow, Mary. Lovely. Mary will be back. Well, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. And the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew that I could hurt this way. Heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. And the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. All right. Heartache number three was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With a hopeful heart I waited for you, a knock on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Let's hear you now. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. And the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Yes, the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Thank you. Blue hills of Breffni shining in the sun, scenes that I knew so long ago. When in my boyhood, barefoot I would run, through the fields and the woodlands I would go. Down by the river, there's an old swimming hole, where we laughed and played the summer days away. And home in the evening, with the sun sinking low, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old thatched cottage standing by the stream, winter nights of story and of song, and the sound of the fiddle my father used to play, and the music echoed as we sang along. neighbors would gather round the old turf fire, and they talked about the heroes of the day. Life was all for living in the days when we were young, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. I had a sweetheart, she was young and fair, and she cared not that I had no wealth or fame. We'd go walking hand in hand along the leafy lane to the old oak tree where once I carved her name. There we made our promises that we would never part, and our love would last forever and a day. But I went a roving and left my love behind in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. To my blue hills of Breffni, far away. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is a very important day in our family, because tomorrow is my mother's birthday, and she's here tonight. And she will celebrate her 88th birthday tomorrow. So I think I'll come down now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mother. Happy birthday to you. Good on you. Give it a blow there. Oh, no. Recently, I don't know if you've all been watching the papers and all that sort of thing. She just wrote a book about her life. And it's not bad to have an achievement like that at 88. And also, a number of years ago, she wrote a song called, or a poem, it was called My Lovely Island Home. And when I was recording the album of all the songs that I had written, I thought it only right that I should try and put some music to her song. So I wrote a wee chorus and put the song on the album. And I'm sure that the fact that her song was on the album, it caused it to sell a lot more copies than if I was just singing my own songs. So much so that I'm happy to present her with a gold disc for her song. Now, Mother, you'll be able to hang that up at home now. I'm going to sing the wee song that she wrote. She wrote it about the island that she comes from. This is her cousin, Mamie, that's beside her. And both of them were born and brought up on Owie Island. It's just between, well, it's between Ironmore and Angola and Tory and all of those other islands. And in the mid-70s, on the last day that everybody was leaving the island, because I suppose life was difficult and they couldn't survive, and they all moved to the mainland. My mother realized there was nothing ever written about her home, so she jotted down these words, and this is the song that became My Lovely Island Home. As I sit here sadly thinking how the years go swiftly past, my thoughts go back to my childhood days when I was but a lad, and we, a happy family, gathered round our turf fire bright, and the fairy tales our parents told on the cold, dark, wintry nights. My brothers, they are married now, with families of their own. My sister lives in the USA, in her grand Long Island home. She pays a visit now and then to greet us one and all. Then our thoughts go back to those happy times in our home in Donegal, my island home, where I was born. Oh, how I miss those days long gone. The little burn where I would play. Oh, how I long for yesterday. If I could return, I'd never more roam, forever to stay in my old island home. My island home lies empty now. The clock hangs on the wall. The fireside chair, it still sits there. There's a padlock on the door. The raging seas and the wintry winds and the seagulls wearily cry, but no fire burns bright in our hearth tonight as it did in days gone by. So fare thee well, my island home, where I spent many happy days, and fare thee well to my friends so dear who have crossed the ocean waves. May God protect and guide you all wherever you may roam, for Oe was like heaven to us in our lovely island home. My island home, where I was born. Oh, how I miss those days long gone. The little burn where I would play. Oh, how I long for yesterday. If I could return, I'd never more roam, forever to stay in my old island home, forever to stay in my old island home. Thank you. Now you're every bit as good as Margaret and myself. Now you have a gold disc of your own. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome back the lovely Miss Mary Duff.
If my worst fears should ever come true, I'd have no reason to carry on through. If anything happened to you, I cannot imagine a world without you around me to hold. My days would be empty, my pleasures be few, if anything happened to you. If anyone took you away, or somehow you wandered astray, there's nowhere I wouldn't pursue. If anything happened to you, so promise me you will take care, 'cause it's a wicked old world out there. I'd be devastated, be broken and blue, if anything happened to you. If anyone took you away, or somehow you wandered astray, there's nowhere I wouldn't pursue. If anything happened to you, so promise me you will take care, 'cause it's a wicked old world out there. I'd be devastated, be broken and blue, if anything happened. If anything happened to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going the wrong way. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Don't walk around the down and outs, lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. Everybody sing. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Of all the places I have been, there's only one to fill my dreams. The place that lingers in my mind is the town I've left behind. I've been away now for too many years. I've read all the papers, they told of your tears, though I've left you with a heart that's been torn. I'm coming home now to the place I was born. That's Belfast. You called to me when I am far away. I think of thee, your black mountain, Cave Hill City Hall, Shaw's Bridge, River Lagan. I'm going home to them all. I'll meet friends and relations, each one I'll embrace. We'll pass round the pictures which time can't erase, and it won't be long now till I see them all. Then I'll walk round the old streets, and good times I'll recall. In Belfast, you called to me when I am far away. I think of your black mountain, Cave Hill City Hall, Shaw's Bridge, River Lagan. I'm going home to them all. That's Belfast. You called to me when I am far away. I think of thee, I'm going home to them all. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. And it won't be much when you get through with me. I'm a losing weight and a turning mighty pale. And it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I thought the day I met you, you were meek as a lamb, just the one to fill my dreams and plans. But now the life we're living takes the wind from my sails, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. And it won't be much when you get through with me. I'm a losing weight and a turning mighty pale. And it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. All right. Every night you drag me where the bright lights are found. There ain't no way to slow you down. I'm about as helpless as a leaf in a gale, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. And it won't be much when you get through with me. I'm a losing weight and a turning mighty pale. And it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Yeah, it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Oh, boy. Thank you very much. Ah, thank you. Ah, my God, I wonder is it too late for a story? Do you think? There was this woman, you know, she was very posh. It's kind of hard to describe exactly. Do you know every time I go to talk about her, do you know who I'm thinking of or reminded of? Hyacinth. There's no Hyacinth. Mrs. Bouquet. Well, that's just what she was like, you know. And every year, her and her husband, they would go on a real posh holiday. Now, for the people in the United States, just in case you get this, that's a vacation. But we call them holidays here. But they would go on a very posh holiday, and she would always organize everything, you know. Yeah. And he would just agree and go on just after whatever she would do, just like a palm dog. Does it sound familiar, fellas? Huh? Anyway, this year, they were getting everything organized, you know. They used to go maybe on a Caribbean cruise. It was always 5-star wherever they would go. And this particular year, they were getting everything organized. And by God, wherever he found it, he found a voice and he spoke up. And he said to her that instead of going on a very posh holiday, that maybe they should go on a camping trip instead. You see? So she thought about it, you know, and he never looked for anything. And she decided that she would go with his wishes and go on the camping trip. Now, folks, let me tell you something for nothing. This woman had never even seen inside a campsite, never mind to stay in one. And she had certain reservations. Her greatest concern was the toilet facilities. She was worried about how far she might have to travel in the middle of the night from the tent to the toilet in her shimmy. Do you know what a shimmy is? Well, anybody doesn't know what a shimmy is, all I can tell you is that it's not much. So she decided before she would go on the holiday that she would write to the owner of the campsite and find out about the facilities and the different things she wanted to know. So this day she set aside a morning and she sat down at her bureau and she got out her stationery and her pen and she started to write. "Dear sir," she said, "I am coming on holiday to your campsite," given the dates that she was going to be there. She says, "and I would like to find out about the..." And she couldn't go no further. No, she could never see the word toilet written on her stationery with her name and address at the top of the page. Oh, by God, that was way below her station. And she sat there thinking for a minute, and she remembered that when she was young, they used to call it a bathroom commode. So she decided maybe that would be an apt title. But when she started to write again, she thought that was even below where she stood. So she sat there for ages, and from where the brainwave came, it must have hit her from behind. Because she decided that instead of using the words bathroom commode, that she would abbreviate it and just use the initials or the letters, BC, instead. So she continued and she said, "Sir," she said, "I would like to find out about your BC facilities." And she finished that letter, signed it and posted it off, and she was thrilled. Well, I needn't tell you, when the man on the campsite got the letter, he hadn't a clue what this woman was looking for. BC facilities. He never heard of the like of them in his life. And after a long time of reading and thinking and wondering, he came to the conclusion that this woman must have been inquiring about the local Baptist church because he was a member. So he sat down and he got out his paper, and this is the letter that he wrote back to her. "Dear ma'am," he said, "I am pleased to inform you that there is a local BC 9 miles north of the camp. Now," he says, "I know that is kind of far if you're used to going regular. But it is a real nice one, and it seats 250 people. Why, he says, the last time I was there, the place was so crowded, we had to stand up the whole time we were there. The reason being, he says, that people around here like it that much, they just pack themselves a lunch and they go and they make a day of it." And he says, "During the time that you're going to be here, ma'am, they've even got a fundraiser planned. And that's going to be held in the basement of the BC. And the money they gather on that evening, they're going to use to add softer seats. Now," he says, "it really pains me that I can't go more often, like I know I should. But it seems it gets more difficult as you get older, especially in cold weather. But," he says, "don't you worry about all that, ma'am," he said. "Just you come on down here to us, and maybe the first time you go, I can go and sit with you." Oh, boys, oh, boys. We're getting worse. Oh, see if you remember this one. This is for Kathleen, my sister, her favorite song. "I'll play second fiddle to your new love while it lasts, just like all the others I've played for in the past. Why can't I be a leader and play a leading part? Why must I always have to play second fiddle in your heart? Play, fiddle, play. Will there never come a day when I won't have to play the part of second fiddle in your heart?" All right. That's the way. find a new love. You leave me here to cry. The teardrops tell a story of a love that just won't die. Like an early morning paper, the news you get just piled. Why must I always have to play second fiddle in your heart? Oh, play it now. Play, fiddle, play. Will there never come a day when I won't have to play the part of second fiddle in your heart? Play, fiddle, play. Will there never come a day when I won't have to play the part of second fiddle in your heart? Thank you very much. We're going to do a song now, ladies and gentlemen. This song, a few years ago, I got to record an album. It was a tribute album to the music of the late, great Jim Reeves, somebody I've always admired. And this is one of my favorite songs from that album. We hope you like it too. Last night was the worst night of my life, no doubt. 'Cause while I stayed at home, someone else took you out. I cried 'cause I love you with all of my might. And I missed me, how I missed me at your house last night. I missed holding hands, walking out on your lawn. I miss the sweet kiss that was mine for so long. Were you happy with new arms wrapped around you so tight? Did they miss me like I missed me at your house last night? Did the neighbors say they noticed anything strange, like a different car parked in your drive for a change? Did they watch as he kissed you beneath the porch light? Oh, did they miss me like I missed me at your house last night? I missed holding hands, walking out on your lawn. I miss the sweet kiss that was mine for so long. Were you happy with new arms wrapped around you so tight? Did you miss me like I missed me at your house last night? I missed me, how I missed me at your house last night. Thank you. There's a boy, a little boy, shooting arrows in the blue, and he's aiming them at someone, but the question is at who? Is it me or is it you? It's hard to tell until you're hit, but you'll know it when they hit you, 'cause they hurt a little bit. Here they come pouring out of the blue. Little arrows for me and for you. You're falling in love again, falling in love again. Little arrows in your clothing, little arrows in your hair. When you're in love, you'll find those little arrows everywhere. Little arrows that will hit you once and hit you once once again. Little arrows that hit everybody every now and then. Oh, the pain. Some folks run and others hide, but there ain't nothing they can do. And some folks put on armor, but the arrows go straight through. So you see, there's no escape. Why not face it and admit that you love those little arrows when they hurt a little bit? Here they come pouring out of the blue. Little arrows for me and for you. You're falling in love again, falling in love again. Little arrows in your clothing, little arrows in your hair. When you're in love, you'll find those little arrows everywhere. Little arrows that will hit you once and hit you once again. Little arrows that hit everybody every now and then. Little arrows in your clothing, little arrows in your hair. When you're in love, you'll find those little arrows everywhere. Little arrows that will hit you once and hit you once again. Little arrows that hit everybody every now and then. Thank you very much. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair. And I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. The sun it shone out like a jewel on the lovely hills of Clare, as I strolled along with my sweet love one evening at the fair. Her eyes, they shone like silver streams with her long, long golden hair. I won the heart of a young sweet lass, my lovely Rose of Clare. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair. And I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. Now we walk down by the river banks where the lovely Shannon lies, and listen to the nightingale singing songs for you and I. And now to say goodbye, farewell to all you people there, for I have stolen the heart of one, my lovely Rose of Clare. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. Yes, I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare.
I'd like to sing a song for you this time. I heard this one many, many years ago, and I really fell in love with it. Thought it was a great, great song, and I promised myself if I ever got the opportunity that I would record it, and thankfully I've got the opportunity. And it's a song which tells the story of a man who is now reminiscing about his younger life, and in particular about the hardships that he endured while working down the coal mine. Something like this.
It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, oh, he quarrels with his peers, who vowed they'd never see another one. In the dark recess of the mines, where you age before your time, and the cold dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, oh, he'll greet you at the door, and he'll gently lead you by the arm through the dark recess of the mines. Oh, he'll take you back in time, and he'll tell you of the hardships that were had. Sing with us. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. One more time. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, or for any
Mary and myself would like to do a song now that we have never sung before. So this one, you're getting it in the raw state. Savior of my darling, Savior love, for summer nights with moon and stars above, a serenade I long to sing you, the reddest rose I always bring you, save your love for Roma and for me.
Darling, I will love you endlessly, even though you're far away from me. I can't forget the words I told you, how it felt to love and hold you. Love like ours will last eternally.
Savior love, my darling, Savior love, for summer nights with moon and stars above, a serenade I long to sing you, the reddest rose I always bring you, save your love for Roma and for me.
Even though it's been so very long, the memory of our love still lingers on. I can't wait to hold and kiss you. Don't you know how much I miss you? Darling, sing for me our lover song.
Salve l'amore, cara, salve l'amore.
Sì, amore.
Per notte d'estate la luna le stelle lassù.
What did you say?
A serenade I long to sing you, the reddest rose I always bring you, salve l'amor per Roma e per me. Save your love, my darling, save your love,
Oh, you know that I will.
for summer nights with moon and stars above.
I love you still.
A serenade I long to sing you, the reddest rose I always bring you, save your love for Roma and for me. Save your love, my darling, save your love,
I will. I promised.
for summer nights with moon and stars above.
Just for you.
A serenade I long to sing you,
Sing it.
the reddest rose I always bring
Bring
you,
it.
save your love for Roma and for me. Mary Duff, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Salve l'amore. How about a round of applause for all of these people on stage, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful musicians and singers. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt that you were by my side. When I awoke, dear, and found you missing, you were gone, and how I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Oh Lord, it takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. The train that I ride is 21 coaches long. Oh Lord, the train that I ride is 21 coaches long. The train that I ride is 21 coaches long. My love is gone, she's on that train and gone. Everybody! It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I say it takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Well, I met my pretty little brown-eyed dog down by the riverside, down by the riverside, well, down by the riverside. Well, I met my pretty little brown-eyed dog down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Well, I asked her for a little kiss down by the riverside, down by the riverside, well, down by the riverside. Well, I asked her for a little kiss down by the riverside, down by the riverside. She said, a patience, little man, well, don't you understand? I hardly know your name. I said, well, maybe some sweet day, if I could have my way, your name and mine will be the same. Oh, wet my pretty little brown-eyed dog down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Oh, wet my pretty little brown-eyed dog down by the riverside, down by the river, down by the river, down by the riverside. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. You'll never know, dear. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.